Really, I don't know. I'm reading a book right now called A Cook's Tour by Anthony Bourdain. It's about this like world-renowned chef slash food connoisseur, food critic who travels around the world and he eats the most exotic foods and he's got a really kind of cynical sense of humor and he's really funny and he has a show called No Reservations on television that kind of coincides with his book, but I'm reading it and it's a good read. You should check it out.
You really are taking this cooking and everything pretty serious. That's
Oh man,
cool.
I'm telling you, first of all, I love to eat, so that's where it all starts. And then, it's a,
Are you a health freak at all, or I mean, you kind of have, you kind of don't have to be. I guess you're.
I go through phases, I definitely go through phases. Like I was on like a month straight of just like super low carbs, maybe no carbs, and just like salads and fish and raw food and organic and then then all of a sudden you go to a Lakers game and you're ordering a Coors Light and 3 slices of pizza.
Exactly, and that ends up on your car anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What cologne do you wear? We got another question in the chat room.
I haven't worn cologne in a while. I think it's because I just ran out. But I wore Jean Paul Gaultier for a while.
Okay. I've been getting a question here from Abby088. She wants to know if you will sing something.
I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one.
Okay. I tell people when I was like, I'll ask him. We'll see how it goes.
But maybe you know what we'll do though. I'm gonna try and do it next rehearsal.
Okay.
I'll try and see if I can get some video footage on my flip phone of my new band playing because they're literally in the next room. These are my in-ear monitors that I just literally came from the next room over, and I'm gonna try and maybe you gotta remind me I'm gonna get some footage of the new band playing the single, and you can see them firsthand, and we'll put it up on the MySpace page.
That's awesome. There you go. Of course, still broadcasting live right now on the internet with Justin McCartney and wild949.com and Justin TV, and we're excited to have you come out here to the Bay, which is where I'm at, and obviously worldwide right now in the chat room. I think Colleen wants to know if you will say that you love Mexico. Mexico has a lot of love for you right now.
Me encanta Mexico. Huh?
And in Sweden and French are in here. Suggest you come to Sweden. Do you plan on doing a world tour soon, or?
Definitely. I definitely plan on coming over. I don't know when I'm going to be in Europe just yet. Again, like I'm going to put all these dates. I'm going to make sure that we get all these dates up on the MySpace page so that everyone knows where I'm going to be. But I do plan on going to Europe, Sweden for sure, Switzerland, and what was the other country you just named? I'm going to be in all of Europe very soon, probably promoting within the next few months.
Okay. So is it pretty tough as far as like when you're going out? Obviously you're 21, you kind of want to party, this and that. As far as like saying no to temptations of the alcohol, and I mean I'm sure you obviously party. I mean, is that kind of a big deal when it comes to? And then you got to be on stage the next night. I mean, how do you kind of balance that?
Well, I mean, the thing about me is I really can't stand not working. If I'm not active, like I can't stand vacations. I need them, but then I get out there for 2 days, I start to decompress, and then I miss the angst, I miss the pressure, and I think it's maybe because I'm also pretty, young enough that I can still handle all that.
Right.
But the long hours and the crazy work schedules, but I can't stand not working, so I really love to work hard. But I do love to have a good time. I do have a social life. I think it's a necessity, but man, you gotta keep it all balanced. You gotta keep everything in check.
Okay. Spec wants to know if you can say hi to Christina and Stephanie right now, real quick.
Christina and Stephanie, what up?
And what do you think about the whole Miley Cyrus picture scandal?
I heard about that, man. It's unfortunate, because I've met her actually, and she seems like a really, really sweet girl. I've never heard anything bad about her in my life, and the girl's 16. How old is she? 15, 16, and she's under so much pressure. How many people? I don't think there's one kid in the United States that doesn't know that name, Miley Cyrus, and that's pretty scary. So she's constantly under, under pressure and constantly in the limelight, and she has no room to breathe. So I can imagine how difficult it is for her. So I'm sticking with her. I think she's going to be okay because she's a real sweetheart.
Okay. All right. We're gonna have some fun now, Jesse. If you had to choose 4 people to spend an evening with in a hot tub, who would it be?
Ooh. 4 people, huh?
Yeah.
I would say Cameron Diaz.
Great choice.
Scarlett Johansson.
Great choice.
Christina Ricci.
Uh-huh.
And Jack Nicholson.
Okay, that's good. I was gonna say either like Yoda, whoever just delivered the pizza. Yeah, a couple chicks, and you're all cool. That's a great night. So your fast food vice. What do you totally go for when it comes to fast food, like the late night eats?
All right, so that's one thing that I have cut out. You asked me if I was a health freak. No, but I've kind of stopped eating the fast food. I had a bad experience, and I can't do it.
Experience.
I got really sick at like one of those like White Castles or something.
Oh,
like,
the sliders are awesome, dude.
Dude, I got super sick, and then since then, I haven't really. I just feel so dirty afterwards. Like at the time, it seems like a great idea,
yeah.
and then you finish and you feel like you need to take a nap.
Yeah, it starts coming out of the attic and the basement, and you're like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you miss about your non-celebrity life? I guess before you were a celebrity. I mean, I know you've been a celebrity since you were like 3, but
I guess there is the privacy thing that is, you have less of when you're in this industry. The truth is, I do think about like, whether or not I can go down the street in just my slippers and my pajamas and, looking like hell. I got to think about it, but, I can do it. I got to be prepared that if someone sees me, I have to deal with looking like hell. You know what I mean? Whereas when I was younger, when that didn't exist and none of this existed, I could go down naked and and people would just be like, "Who is that weirdo?" It's definitely the privacy issue is something that at times I miss.
So, what is your favorite song by other artists right now? What are you feeling?
Let's see. I mean, I love that Lil Wayne song.
Oh, Lollipop?
Lollipop. That song's awesome. I love the beat. Let's see, what else? Who else is out there right now? Man, I haven't listened to the radio in a minute, but I love the Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown track. I think it's a smash. I love that song.
I'm sure you're obviously feeling "Leave It" by Jesse McCartney, "Bleed in Love" as well.
Those are both
ones as well.
Those are both good ones. Well, who's the guy that sings? I met her in the backyard, block party down by the bar.
Swayze. It's called Buzzin', right?
Swayze. That song is awesome.
Yeah, that song's hot. Yeah, we played that a lot here at Wild 949. So.
I heard that for the first time actually, like 2 days ago, and I was like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's take some other questions. What's your craziest fan encounter?
Craziest fan encounter. Well, there was this one time I was on my Beautiful Soul tour back in 2005, and I remember we left for our tour. We had, I think it was 40 cities in the United States over the summer. That's a lot of stops.
Mm-hmm.
And we were on a tour bus, and it was like a month and a half straight, or 2 months straight. And these 4 girls followed our tour bus in their one car for 40 cities, and they came to every single show. And so, like, every time we pulled over, the tour bus pulled over, and we stopped to get food or we stopped to use the restroom, they got out. They were there every time. By the end of the tour, we knew their names. They were VIPs. Like, it was pretty. They were pretty dedicated.
So I guess if you stalk Jesse McCartney enough, you'll get VIP. Is what you're saying right now with these fans.
I guess I shouldn't. I guess I shouldn't say that.
And now they're like, oh, that's awesome. I totally know where you're at right now. I'm watching you from afar. Oh, that's funny. Let's see what else. See, if you were stranded on a desert island, what are two things that you would have to have with you?
Oh man, stranded on a desert island.